Okay, so for the supplies, I'll be using two different green colored yarns, a light one and a dark one. I'll be using the Bernat blanket, and it's in size super bulky 6. And the color is malachite, and this one is a loops and threads chenille yarn, also in super bulky size 6 in this mint color. You'll be needing 12mm safety eyes, a darning needle, a 6.5mm crochet hook, scissors, and some polyester stuffing. Okay, we're gonna start off with the shell of the turtle, which is a dark green yarn, and we're gonna be making a magic circle. For those who need help on how to make a magic circle, please click this link right here because I also have an alternative. But I'll just demonstrate here really quickly how to do it. So hold your yarn like this. This is the short end, this is the long end. Put your two right fingers over here. Your left hand turns. These two fingers will grab this yarn and go pull it through the loop and stop right here. This left hand will just hold it in place, and as you can see, there are now two different holes. You take your crochet hook, insert it into the top hole, and then you're going to make a chain 1. Okay, make a chain 1, and then this circle you're going to flip horizontally like this, and now you've just made your magic circle. Okay, so now we're going to be putting 8 single crochets inside of this magic circle. This is how you make a single crochet. Insert your hook through the circle, yarn over, pull it back out, and then yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on your hook. Again, insert through the circle, yarn over, pull it back the same way. You now have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So make sure you have 8 inside of the magic circle. Once you're done with the 8 single crochets, you're just going to take the tail and you're going to pull until the magic circle is closed, cinched closed. Okay, there shouldn't be a big hole here anymore. Okay, once that's done, look for the first single crochet that you made, which is right here, and you're going to make a slip stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through that stitch, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. You have just closed your row number 1, and to start row number 2, we're going to chain 1. Okay, so for this pattern, after every row, I slip stitch to close the row, and then I chain 1 to start the next row. But if you're using a stitch marker, you can just skip those 2 steps altogether. Okay, now for row number 2, we're going to do 8 increases. An increase just means 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Okay, let me demonstrate. So you go through the first stitch, you make your single crochet, then you find the exact same stitch, it's literally just the same stitch you were on. Make another single crochet. That is an increase. Now you're just going to do it for every stitch onwards, and you should end up with 16 single crochets all the way around. Okay, so once the 16 single crochets are done and you're done with your row, you're going to slip stitch and then chain 1 to start row number 3. Now for row number 3, we're going to be repeating the pattern of 1 single crochet and then an increase. 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, increase. Okay, so first you're going to do 1 single crochet. You go to the next stitch and you're going to be putting 2 single crochets in there, which is an increase. Next stitch, 1 single crochet, next stitch, increase. Okay, so just repeat the pattern and you should end up with 24 stitches overall in this row. Okay, so once you're done with the row, you're going to slip stitch again and chain 1. Now for the next row, row number 4, we're going to be doing 3 single crochets and then an increase. Okay, 3 single crochets and then an increase. So after this row, you should have 30 stitches overall. Okay, I'm done with my 30 single crochets. Then slip stitch, chain 1. Now we're going to be doing 3 rows. Okay, 3 rows of just 30 single crochets all around. So that's just 1 single crochet per stitch. We're going to be doing 3 rows of that, and make sure you're doing the slip stitch and chain 1 after each row. Okay. So yeah, make sure you're also counting that you have 30 stitches. Otherwise, your turtle shell is going to look very wonky and you're going to get lost very easily. Okay, so I've done the 3 rows and the shell is now taking shape. I'm going to do my slip stitch and chain 1. And then I'm gonna set this down, take my scissors and leave a bit of a long tail and cut the dark green yarn. Then I'm gonna pull my hook upwards, and this just makes a knot so that it doesn't unravel. Okay, now we're gonna be switching to the lighter yarn because we're now heading towards the belly of the turtle. So first, we're going to make a slip knot. So you're gonna hold your yarn like this. Same thing as the magic circle. Your left hand will twist, right 2 fingers, grab this yarn, and pull all the way until you make a loop. That is your slip knot. Hold the base right here. Okay, then you're going to be taking your turtle shell. You take your hook, and as you can see, there are like V's here. Those are the stitches, the V's. We're only going to be crocheting this yarn into the back loop of all of these V's. Okay, so we're going to start where this tail ends. We're going to look for a stitch. Okay, this one. We'll start with this one. So how to find the back loop is I just take my hook and insert it in the middle of the V and then go backwards. That's the back loop. And then I'm going to be hooking my hook through this mint yarn. I adjust the size so it's not so big. Then I'm just going to pull it through that back loop. Okay, then you're going to chain 1. Now we can actually start working with this mint color. First thing we're going to do is make 3 single crochets, also in the back loop. Never put anything through both loops. Okay, back loop only. That's 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, you know you're doing the back loop if you can see that the front loop is still outside right here. So the next one is a decrease. How you do a decrease is you insert your hook through this back loop right here, yarn over, pull it back out, go to the next back loop, insert, yarn over, pull it back out. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. That is how you do a decrease. So you're just going to repeat the pattern of 3 single crochets and then a decrease throughout this entire row. Okay, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then a decrease. Okay, then at the end you should have 24 stitches overall in this row. So I've done all of my stitches. I'm going to do my slip stitch as usual and chain 1. Okay, now for the last row of this mint green, we're going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Okay, that's going to be the pattern. So 1 single crochet. Now for this one, you don't have to do it in the back loop, you just do it as normal. So no need to put it on just the back loop. We'll do a decrease. 1 single 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Okay, and just go all the way around, and you should end up with 16 stitches in this row. I just finished this row. I'm gonna slip stitch, okay, and chain 1. Now we actually still have 1 more row, but before we continue, we can start stuffing the turtle shell with the polyester stuffing. Okay, once you're done stuffing the shell, we're just gonna do a decrease all around for this row. Okay, so that just means you're gonna do 8 decreases all the way around, and you should have 8 stitches when you're done this row. It's gonna be a little tight, and it's harder to crochet with the stuffing inside, but make sure you keep your stitches tight so that there's no holes. So I just did my slip stitch and chain 1 as well, and then I'm gonna take my scissors. I leave a long tail because you're gonna have to close this by sewing. Okay, so now you're gonna take your darning needle, and here's what I do to close it. I just go through the front loop of every stitch. So front loop of this, we'll start here, front loop, go inside, front loop of the next one, but going outside. Okay, so just keep repeating it, going inside and then go outside, in, out, last one, in, out. Now all you have to do is pull and it should cinch close. Then you're just gonna find a stitch here and then just make a knot so that it doesn't unravel, and then hide your tail and then cut it. So now that you're done that part, we're gonna be doing the rim of the shell. Okay, so we're gonna grab our dark green yarn again. Quickly just make a slip knot. Okay, we're gonna find the seam that we started in, so it's about here. We're gonna insert our hook. Just pick a stitch here. We're gonna insert like so. So if you remember, we only did the back loop for the mint here, so what's remaining here is the front loop. Okay, you can see it very clearly, and that's where we're gonna stitch like the trim of the shell. Okay, so you're gonna insert your hook through the slip knot, adjust it, pull it through this front loop right here. Then you're going to chain 1. Okay, now all the way around, you're just gonna go through the front loop and make single crochets per stitch. Okay, so the next one is right here. You're gonna make your usual single crochet and then go to the next front loop, another single crochet. Okay, then after making the whole trim, you should have made 30 single crochets all the way around. Okay, so I just finished the trim and this is how it should look like. I'm just gonna do my slip stitch and chain 1 and cut the yarn. Okay, now for these two, just make sure you hide them inside the body first. Okay, so once the shell is done, we're now going to move on to the legs and the head. Okay, so we're going to use the light green yarn, the mint yarn, and we're first going to make a magic circle. We'll start with the head. Okay, so just do your magic circle. Okay, grab your hook, insert it here, chain 1, then flip this. Okay, so now we're going to be putting 6 single crochets inside of this magic circle. So 1, 2, 5, and 6. Then I'm going to take this tail and pull to close the circle. Okay, slip stitch into the first single crochet we made, chain 1. Okay, now we're gonna do 6 increases and we should end up with 12 single crochets for row number 2. Okay, so just do your increase here, increase. Okay, now that we're done with our 12 single crochets, we're gonna slip stitch and then chain 1. Now we're just gonna do 3 rows of just 1 single crochet all around. So this is 12 single crochets. Do that for 3 rows. Okay, so I just finished those 3 rows, did my slip stitch and chain 1, and now we're just gonna be placing the eyes. Okay, take your eyes. We're gonna go to between rows 2 and 3. We're gonna pick a spot for it. I like to put the seam right down in the middle and put my eye right here. And then let's test with the other eye as well, right here. Okay, I like that placement. So now we're going to be placing the backing. Okay, make sure it snaps and it's secure. Okay, so now for the next row, we're going to be doing 6 decreases. Okay, so we're now going to start to make this smaller. Okay, so how you do that is you make a decrease here. I think at this point you guys already know how to do a decrease. So just decrease all the way around, but don't close it yet because we do have to stuff this occasionally. Okay, before I do my slip stitch and chain 1, I'm just gonna stuff the head while it's still not fully closed. Okay, I think this should be enough. You don't need a lot. My slip stitch and chain 1. Okay, so the hole is very small, but you still have to do 2 rows of just 6 single crochets all around. So just 1 single crochet per stitch, right? And then do 2 rows of this just to make the neck longer. Okay, I just finished those 2 rows. As you can see, there's a bit of a neck now. Slip stitch, chain 1, cut a very long tail because you're gonna have to sew this to the shell. And now we're gonna make the legs. Okay, using the same light yarn, we're going to make a magic circle. Then we're gonna do 6 single crochets inside the magic circle Same thing as the head. Okay, I just cinched it, close. I'm gonna do my slip stitch, chain 1. Now for row number 2, we're gonna do 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet increase. Okay, it's gonna be 9 total stitches in this row. Okay, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, and increase. All right, once you have those 9 stitches, do your slip stitch and chain 1. Okay, and then we're just gonna do 1 row of just single crochet all around, so that's 9 stitches. Once you're done the 9, you're gonna do the slip stitch, chain 1, and then leave a long tail because you're gonna have to sew this as well. You can stuff this one as well, just a little bit with the stuffing before you sew it on, or as you are sewing it on. Okay, so you make 3 more of this for the legs. Okay, so I used a few sticks just to illustrate where I'm going to be sewing the legs and the head. Okay, so you can sew it however you want. You could use a clip, you could do exactly what I did. It's totally up to you. Just make sure that the neck of the turtle is sewed all the way here so that it doesn't move too much. Okay, after you sew this, you'll be done your turtle. Okay, so once you're done sewing all of the different pieces, you're finally done with your turtle plushie. Here's how it looks like. I love making these because you can do them in so many different colors. I even have a sushi turtle. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was a fun and easy to follow tutorial for you. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you have any other suggestions or requests, please comment them down below as well. And I'll see you all in the next video.